Welcome to the Perham Show. My guests today are Dwayne Munson and Eric Dahl, and we are talking from the Perham Area Community Center, the Perham Trade Show, and these guys are starting a show on TV3. I'm so excited about that. And are you guys bored yet?
We got boards.
You just love to sell boards.
We love selling boards.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about the show, Dwayne.
Well, we want to just try and get out there as many programs and bits of advice for people to do their own projects at home, and when they see stuff like this, to know what it is, what it does, and how it reacts to stuff, to have everybody as educated as possible. That's our goal.
Well, I know you really helped me out when I said we built a new deck, and now our exhaust was coming out underneath the deck, and so the bottom of the deck was always wet and very slippery in the wintertime, and you did some problem solving for us just really quick. Is that the kind of thing that you're going to be able to help people with this show?
I sure hope so. I mean, that's our goal, is to have everybody just have a lot more knowledge about what's going on.
Okay, very good. Eric Dahl, I know you're a longtime builder, and what are some of the things that you're going to be talking about on the Otter Tail Home Center show?
Well, we're going to be talking about wood, and lots of it.
Well, go ahead, start.
Well, we sell a lot of select struck white firs, select struck hemp firs, and select struck Doug firs. They're select struck, there's no bark, they're very premium lumber. As you can see, there's no knots, no bark on them. They're straight. They're very, very nice, easy wood to work with,
Square on the edges?
Square on the edges.
Okay.
Then we're also going to be doing some tidbit deals on how to put together a deck or how to fix a hole in a sheetrock. Just about anything that we can come up with, we're going to put on the show. So
which would be the best one of you guys to ask the phone number? I don't want to stump you guys.
367-2265 is your lumber number.
Very good. So if people had questions or if they had ideas for what they'd like to see on the show,
sure.
They could give you a call.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We had a gal from Otter Tail area today. She asked what we were going to do on our TV3 show, and I said, well, what would you like to see? And she gave us all kinds of ideas. So.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be a great time. It's going to be fun for both Eric and I to do this, and I hope everybody gets something out of it.
Well, and that great one-liner that you guys have is...
I love selling boards.
You love selling boards. Very good. Thanks for tuning into the Perham Show. We're going to come back. We're going to talk to Susan from the library. She's got some authors coming in, so stick with us. Welcome back to the Perham Show. I'm talking with Susan Heuser-Ladwig, who is the director of the Perham Area Public Library, and we're talking to you from the trade show, and it's great here and busy here and noisy here, so hope you can hear us. Okay, welcome, Susan.
Thank you. Thanks for talking with me.
Absolutely. I'm glad you're not getting fined over from the taste of
You never know what's going to happen with the Rotary people, so yeah.
Well, you have some special things coming up with local authors, and that's what we're going to talk about.
We do. We have a big event coming up on Saturday, March 6th. It's going to be held at the Perham Library, and we are calling it our Local Author Extravaganza. And we're calling it that because we are going to have 4 different local authors all at the public library that day, and they're going to be available for people in the community to come in and talk with them, maybe buy some books, talk with them about their writing, talk with them about their books. If they buy a book, they can have their book signed. So we just have a lot of different things going on.
Well, no, I know that oftentimes when you have an author come, it'll be one author, and usually it is just for a book signing.
That's right.
And so it sounds like you have a lot more things than people can actually visit with them.
Right, yes. And we're hoping that it will be something that people in the community really enjoy, and maybe we'll end up doing it, every year as an annual author extravaganza.
Well, it sounds great. Now, what is it's on Saturday, March 6th. What is the time?
It starts at 10 o'clock, and at 10 o'clock the authors are all going to be at their tables, and they'll have their writings displayed, and they'll be available for people to come out and talk with them them and sign books and things like that. And then at about 10:45, we're all going to get together and we're going to give all of the authors a period of time where they can talk about their writing. They could maybe talk about what inspires them, or maybe they'll just read from their writings a little bit so that everyone can kind of sit in and listen to what each of them has to say, and then ask questions and things like that.
So are you thinking that your target audience is going to be primarily adults?
That is probably who we're geared toward, or maybe high school students who are interested in writing as well.
Okay.
It won't just be for people who are interested in writing. It will be we're gearing it towards people who want to be involved and see what's happening in the local writing community, which is very, very active in Perham. I'm not sure people realize how active the writing community is in Perham.
Is it part of a writing group?
No,
Okay.
it's a separate thing.
Wow.
So we just invite everyone who's interested in writing, everyone who's interested in local authors, or people who just want to stop in and see what's going on. We are going to have refreshments too.
Oh, you got to have that.
So you're just welcome to stop in at the library. It'll be happening between 10 o'clock and probably 12:30 or 1 o'clock on Saturday, March 6th.
Now, we haven't said anything about who those local authors are going to be.
That's right. On that day, we are going to have Mary Sue Holton from Perham, and she has a book that's actually been nominated for a Minnesota Book Award, so that's a pretty prestigious award.
Now, is this about her northern Minnesota hockey?
Yes,
hockey?
she wrote the biography on the coach, the northern Minnesota hockey coach.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, delightful. I heard her tell about that. That would be a great thing. So,
She's very interesting
Yes.
to listen to. In addition to Mary Sue, we also have a local author named Zoe Potts, and she's a student. She's actually, I think, a junior this year, and she's just kind of getting started, and so we really want to offer her our support, but I think she's really has a lot of creative talent. In addition to Zoe, we have local author Linda McClellan. I believe, I haven't confirmed with her for sure that she'll be there, but I think Linda McClellan will also be there. And then we also have Carolyn Teragawa, and I apologize if I mispronounce that name, but
this is the thing when you communicate by email.
that's right.
You
Yes.
know?
You have to spell out exactly how to say your name in emails.
Right.
I have that same problem, actually.
I'm sure you do.
But she also has written a memoir, and so I think that's really going to be also very interesting to see and hear about.
Now, are these the last three authors that you mentioned? I know that Mary Sue is kind of a documentary type of a person, but what about the are the last three authors fiction or?
Yes.
Memoir?
Memoir. Carolyn writes memoir. She's written her memoir. Zoe told me that she writes probably mostly fantasy. And Linda, I need to verify with her. I'm not exactly sure on her book. So that could be either fiction or nonfiction.
Okay, well, it sounds great. And so people who are wanting a little touch of the local author and maybe how they got inspired, and maybe if somebody's got a book sitting on their laptop, or on their computer, and they're not sure what the next steps are, they can talk to these folks about being published.
That's right, yep. And I do also want to say this is part of our Hot Reads for Cold Nights winter program, and that's sponsored by the Friends of the Perham Library, and so we want to thank them for all of their support for this program.
And that's going on now too, Hot Reads for Cold Nights?
Yes, through the end of March.
Very good. Okay, Susan, why don't you give us the particulars on your writer extravaganza one more time, date, time, how they can call.
Okay. It'll be held on Saturday, March 6th. Starts at 10 o'clock. Will run through 12:30 or 1 o'clock. If you need more information, you can call the library at 218-346-4892 or check out our website at www.perham.lib.mn.us.
Very good, very good. Thank you so much, Susan, for being with us on the Perham Show.
Thank
Always
you.
delightful. You always have so much going on at the library, and we appreciate you tuning in as well.